So we are John and Caroline Edwards, and 5 years ago we decided to build a natural swimming pool.
I think it's something about being by water that gives you a great sense of relaxation and calm. And I can remember I got a book and I think a magazine, we saw these amazing ponds you could swim in. We thought, that's the answer. And yeah, 4 years later, it's sort of finally finished. Skeptical.
Well, I just thought it's because John loves a job, but then he kind of gets very enthusiastic and then doesn't finish it, which is fine with lots of things. But I thought with this great big hole in the garden, we could just end up, we'd lost our lawn, we couldn't even hang the washing out because there was nowhere to put the washing line.
I did feel under pressure at 1 minute when I suddenly had this massive great hole. It started raining, I was on my own.
It was so muddy.
I thought, what have I done?
So this is probably the grimmest day of all of the whole summer.
Okay, so the way the pond's laid out, really, we have a swimming area, which is very much the deep part of the pond. And this area here, we see a lot of plants, is the regeneration zone. That's what helps cleanse the water. So we recirculate the water through the gravel beds, but also then the variety of plants help take out nutrients and bad bacteria. And we have a combination, so we've got around the edges, generally we use a lot of grasses and rushes and irises, and those tall plants are really good at, again, naturally purifying the water and assisting that process, but also sucking up huge amounts of nutrients from the water. Again, that keeps that algal growth down. Then we use the little oxygenators, again, that sit under the water. Again, they naturally promote and produce oxygen, again, really good for water quality. Lilies provide a really useful role in terms of shading the pond. They help cool the water, again, helps reduce algal growth, but also they block the UV rays that come from the sun. Learning how how plants need different requirements. Some of them we've planted too deeply or in the wrong place. And actually it's amazing when you can experiment quite a bit. You can put a plant in a certain location that doesn't do very well. Literally you can move it 1 year and suddenly it springs back to life again. So that's been a really good learning how nature has a habit of sort of working out what it needs and showing you, which is really good.
We were wanting to get some more lilies actually, and we have had quite a few. We've tried different garden centres and stuff, but I found roots online actually, and the lilies arrived and they were amazing because they were so established, which is fantastic for a natural swimming pool because you don't want to wait, do you? And you put them in and they're already covering, protecting the sun from the pond, and the colours were just amazing.
So I think the addition of water in a garden absolutely transforms the space, and I think we just had a very boring lawn and some shrubs. That was it. We rarely went in the garden. So whether you're starting with something very small or this, I still want something bigger, bizarrely, because actually it's just a fantastic resource. And
you can have much smaller and it's the same thing. It's just that you can have this tiny thing in your
on
garden
a balcony somewhere, yeah.
And it still attracts the insects and all the amazing wildlife and stuff. So it's definitely something.
Get stuck in, I think.
Yeah,
definitely.
get
Don't
stuck
hold
in.
back.